Hey guys, what's up? It's been a long time and I still don't have a new process video for you guys. So I'm just gonna make a quick video with some Q&A. And I asked you on Instagram if you have any questions for me, and I got some really interesting questions from you guys. So I'm gonna try and cover as many questions as I can. Yeah, let's get started. So the first one is about marketing skills and how do you get noticed by more companies and potential clients. So yeah, this is a really good question. And I mean, I'm not a marketing expert, but I think that the more you share with the world, I mean, the more you share your knowledge, even if you're just getting started, it doesn't really matter if you're like a super advanced expert or if you just got started. I think you always have something you can share and discuss online, you know, with people who have the same interest as you, and eventually this will position you as some sort of an expert in your field, even if you're still not at this position at the moment. And I think, you know, even if you are a student in the second year of studying graphic design, you can share some of the things you're experiencing at the moment, and it will be relevant to someone who just got started and is in the first year of studying, so, or someone who is just thinking about studying graphic design, for example. So it doesn't really matter, even if you just got started, I think you can help out other people as well. So I guess, I mean, this is not like a marketing tactic or something like that, but I find it very effective, and I mean, I try to share as much as I can, you know, share from my experience and my knowledge, and it seems to work as a marketing strategy as well, even though like I'm not feeling like I'm a big expert in marketing or anything like that. Another thing that I really recommend doing is reaching out to potential clients, not just sit and wait for the clients to come to you, and especially if you're already focused enough and you know what interests you, what kind of projects do you want to work on, and what kind of clients are relevant to your skills. I think it's totally a good idea to actually reach out and, you know, try to talk with these companies. I know for a fact that a lot of companies actually are in a position where they're very busy and sometimes they need help with graphic design or illustration work or animation, but they're just don't have the experience in that field to find the right people. They don't even know how to start searching for a freelance graphic designer or a freelance illustrator. And I think that, you know, because of that, I think that reaching out, sending an email, you know, something very short and professional, and just send your portfolio, say you're available, and I think it can definitely work out, and you can definitely find clients this way. So yeah, I guess these are my marketing tips for you. Yeah, let's go to the next question. Okay, so different styles to an illustrator, and this is it's written not as a question. It's written in Hebrew, by the way, but I just translate to English. So I guess you're asking about is it a good idea to have different styles as an illustrator, or whether you should stick to just one style that you are famous for. And I mean, I think this is a very personal question. Some people find it effective to have different styles. I guess I'm leaning more towards the more styles than just have one style. Especially I find it just effective with clients. I mean, different clients have different needs and they need different styles, obviously, to communicate with their clients. And, you know, sometimes I work on projects that are family friendly and very colorful, and sometimes I work with with clients who needs like a more like badass vibe to their illustrations, and then I'll draw like skulls and tigers and crazy stuff, and maybe just do like black and white work. So it really depends on the client, and I think for me being more flexible just helps me to get more clients and get more work coming in my way. So I guess I find it effective. But again, I also know a lot of other illustrators who are very, very successful and are known for one style. So eventually, I mean, if I actually could focus on just one style, and I wouldn't feel like it's boring for me, and I always feel like I just want to switch things up, experiment and try new things. So I can't, even if I want, I can't stick to one style anyway. So I guess this is like the real answer is, if you can focus on one illustration style, and this illustration style actually brings you work, and it has like a fit to the market, and clients actually looking for that one style of yours, that's awesome. If this is not the case, then yeah, do more than one, try to be more flexible. And okay, so you get the point, so let's just move to the next question. Where do you get inspiration from? Other artists and illustrators you admire? And another question asking about my favorite artists. So yeah, I'm just gonna share with you a bunch of names on the screen right now, and I'm gonna add some links in the description for their Instagram accounts. These are my favorite artists on Instagram. There's obviously much more, but these are some of my favorites. So yeah, check these out, and let's move on to the next question. Which program do you find most versatile for your style? Okay, so I've been working with Photoshop for the past, 7 years already. But I think that nowadays Affinity Designer and Photoshop reached to a point where they're both very, very effective for my needs, for the way I work. And now it's just a matter of, taste and whatever works better for you. There's difference in the prices, but and there's just small changes in some of the tools, but eventually it's just like choosing between between an iPhone and an Android phone. It doesn't really matter, you can use both, and they're both pretty great. So yeah. Okay, next question. How do you keep fresh ideas to draw during the quarantine? Well, this is a really good question actually, and I can definitely say for myself that when there's like tough times and I'm not feeling like very happy and satisfied, I'll draw less, and I'll be less motivated to create new stuff, and I hate it. Yeah, it's a big problem that I think a lot of creatives struggle with. What I found really effective during the quarantine was actually to draw and create things that are talking about this new situation and are addressing this problem, this new problem. So I think I already created 3 different illustrations about the whole coronavirus situation, and I have another one coming up real soon. So for me it was very effective. Once I was starting to draw and think about this new situation, it just automatically gave me so much ideas that I wanted to draw. So eventually I was super happy with these illustrations, and it felt like just so many people really like them and connect with them. So yeah, I guess this is my strategy for these kind of tough times when you don't have any ideas to what to create. Hope this helps. Okay, next question. Okay, so emailing clients, the first response when they say price is too high. Okay, so this is a classic question, and I'm not really sure I understand what do you mean by emailing clients and the first response. I mean, if they say the price is too high, then it's not the first response, but maybe you mean what's my response after they say it's too pricey. Well, so yeah, just to be clear, when I get a new client lead on email, I'll usually don't have enough of the details on the project. So my first email will be, hey, what's up? Can you give me some more details about what you need, the deadline, the style, all the details, format and all that stuff. And if this project is a bit complex, I'll try to schedule a quick video call with the client to talk, to understand, get to know each other and feel more comfortable with each other. So I think this is how I will usually start working with a new client and communicating with a new client. But yeah, I mean, sometimes the first email will be clear enough, and I'll have all the details that I actually need to come up with a quote and give them a price. But at this point, where I'm just emailing back like the first or second email to the client, I'll try to avoid just giving them a flat fee, like just a number of my price, and I'll try to send them like a price range which is a bit more flexible, and this way I can actually work with the client and kind of adjust myself to the client's abilities to pay me and actually work with what they have. So yeah, I'll try to send like a price range, and if my price range is too pricey for them, then it means that even my low point of my price is too expensive for them, then there's really no point for wasting more time with this client, and I'll just let go, and that's totally fine. And it's actually happening quite a lot. I think like half of the clients who reach me out just don't have the budget, and it's totally fine. I mean, I'm not blaming them, I'm not angry at them. Some companies have enough money to work with me, some don't. A lot of small companies or like just people who just started their company would reach out and ask my prices, and it's totally fine if they can afford it. But but sometimes it's a big company and I actually know that they have the money to pay me, and my price range is definitely within their budget, but they're still trying to, I don't know, lower my price or something like that, which is also fair. I mean, it's totally fair to do that. But at this point, maybe they're bidding me against like different illustrators, and if something like that happens, then I'll usually be more expensive than other illustrators. And then I'll try to communicate the fact that working with the cheapest illustrator will not guarantee they'll be actually happy at the end of the process, and sometimes when you pay cheap, you actually eventually need to fix things and pay more money than what you'll pay if you just go with a professional illustrator. So just like, I bet you guys actually use like expensive computers to work on for yourself, and you didn't go to the store and bought the cheapest computer to use for your design work. And this is like common sense. I mean, everybody knows this, like if you pay more, you get more. So companies know that, and eventually if you can communicate it to your client, they'll understand, and a lot of the times they'll actually go for the pricey option, as long as your portfolio is good enough. So yeah, just try to explain it to your new clients, and I'm sure the good ones will understand and will go with the pricey option eventually. Yeah, I hope this helps. Okay, next question. Okay, 2 questions about my illustration style. So the first one is, do you have any tips on developing an individual style, how to focus on strengths, etc.? And the second one is, how did you found your illustration style? I'm curious. So, okay, so I guess, I don't have any any interesting secrets, any secret formula for you guys. I mean, I actually think that you actually have like the answer to your question in your question. I mean, you say how to focus on strengths, and yeah, definitely try to focus. Focus is the key. Focus on your strengths. Focus on your strengths, and just focus on what you actually like to draw. And it's easy to say, like I don't want it to sound like too cheesy and do what you love and all that stuff. I don't think it's completely true. I think there's a huge importance to actually finding a market fit with your illustration style, and it's not just about doing what you love and believing in yourself. That's a bit of cliche, and I'm not sure if it works. So I think that the hardest thing is to actually develop a style that you can actually focus on and enjoy doing for a long time, and just focus on it and draw more and more in this same style. But this style has to have some sort of a market fit. If it doesn't have a market fit, then you'll end up broke and you're not gonna get any clients coming in your way. Oh, but actually I do have something interesting to say about this topic. I mean, I think you can definitely change your style as you develop and learn new things, and it's something that takes a lot of time. So for example, I used to do mostly like just colorful illustrations when I got started, and this is what I was known for. and this is the clients who came to me. They came to me asking for my more colorful illustration style, which is more cartoony and family friendly and fun and all that stuff. But gradually I started to work on a darker illustration style, which is black and white, and it's a bit more like badass and I don't know, like more serious, more grungy in a way. And I mean, when I made this shift at the first few months, definitely months, yeah, it took me a few months before I got the momentum and I started to get clients who are interested in my new style, because people were used to my other style, and making a shift in your style just takes a lot of time. But I think that after a year of making black and white illustrations and posting them online, I started to get noticed for this style as well, and I started to get work who is black and white, or maybe it's just like clients who want a more serious tone to their illustrations. And this was amazing for me. I mean, I was super happy that I actually was able to make this shift with my style, and now I just feel like I can mix and match, and sometimes I do super colorful work, and as I told you before, like more friendly stuff, and sometimes it's a bit more dark and serious. And I really enjoy switching between these kind of styles, and just being more flexible with my clients. So yeah, I guess hopefully this helps. It's not really addressing your questions, but maybe it helped a little bit. Okay, so next question. So I'm running late, and I'm just gonna do another question and finish the video. So last one is how to gain confidence talking to clients. And yeah, it's a really tough one, and yeah, it's definitely hard in the beginning. I think that just like anything else that you are afraid of and you don't have the confidence, you just need to practice and do it over and over again. I mean, look at me, I was like intimidated by the camera. I felt super nervous talking to the camera just a year ago, and it still kind of sucks, and it's still like not the normal thing for me to do. But I feel like I made such progress and improvement speaking to the camera, and just feeling a bit more comfortable with myself, just because I did it over and over, like every week for the past year. So yeah, just do it over and over. Practice with your friends, practice with your family. Try to think about different responses that your clients might tell you when you're talking to them, and how to actually answer their questions. And the more you practice, the better it gets, I promise. Okay, this was fun. So, well, if you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. I mean, I'd be happy to do another one of these Q&A sessions if you guys enjoyed it. But for now, this is all the time I have, so sorry if I didn't answer your questions. I'm working on a couple of really cool videos that will be published real soon. So until then, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!